Hi, this is Benjamin. We're doing I'm going to do a little bit of news commentary on the gaming news. In today's news, freaking Concord is a failure and they're refunding everyone, which is inevitable because that game was a colossal failure that was caught up in a myriad of social issues and politics that really just turned everyone against the game and just pissed the customer base off endlessly. According to IGN, Concord is estimated to have only sold 25,000 units, which is, of course, for a game that was marketed with a $200 million budget, is a disastrous result. But after they refund everyone's money, it's going to be with the refunds, they will have lost $200 million, and they will effectively have to eat the production costs. Even the 25,000 people that bought it are not going to be able to chip in enough to recoup the losses of this disastrous project. So that is an absolute failure from an economic standpoint. Forbes has 10 reasons why Concord had failed disastrously. One is $40, which is that would be a correct assessment because you're asking people to pay for a game that has free competitors and provides no other means of value besides it's just $40. It wants to take your money and give you nothing to which the competition can do better, which is unfortunate. Hero shooter oversaturation. Yeah, there's tons of games in the genre. You got Overwatch, you got freaking all sorts of other games which do it much better, and a lot of them are free, which of course goes back to point number one. Another one is that it took 8 years to make. Yeah, I mean, what they were selling back then is maybe not what people want now, so 8 years, that's almost a decade, and people's attitudes and cultures can change within that time period, and 8 years ago was around 2016, 2017, where there's a lot of BS going on that people were unfortunately engaged in, which is not really popular now. Extremely poor hero design and aesthetics. Yeah, the characters in this game are extremely ugly, and I do a lot of comic book art and illustration, which is one of the basic things I do. Is being an illustrator. But the thing is that if your characters and your heroes and your protags are absolutely ugly and nobody wants to look at them or be like them, they're not going to touch them with a 10-foot pole. I mean, if you have a character that is just ugly as sin and nobody likes it and it's just disgusting to even look at, why would they even freaking want your product when it just makes them want to do some sort of gag reflex or just start retching violently? So yeah, the designs were extremely poor and ugly. Just notably note the one extremely fat character that had a bowl haircut that looked like that looked like Alex from No Man's Country. I mean, the character was just straight fugly, and it didn't even have an appeal that that guy was a villain in that show, and they're trying to market this character as a hero, and it's just disgusting to look at. Anti-Woke Crusade. Well, I mean, if you make a game to piss off your enemies, they're going to attack. It's just inevitable. I mean, if you have enemies, they're not going to like you, and they will often crusade against you. It's just the natural circle of life. No marketing. Oh, there was lots of marketing for this game. What's Forbes talking about? They spent there was YouTube ads. There was Instagram ads. They were running ads all over the internet. This is very impactful to say that there was no marketing, because I saw lots of marketing for this game. They were Sony was trying to hype this thing up as the next big thing. So there was a ton of advertising behind it, and just to say that there was no marketing as there was no trailer, no, there are ads everywhere for this. I mean, they were constantly talking about it. 7. Focus on mocap cinematics. This really isn't an issue because Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Warner Brothers is notorious for using mocap in their action characters and fighting games, so this really shouldn't be a point that should be of concern to anyone. Gameplay doesn't stand out. Oh, it stands out, but it stands out for bad things. It stands out for being ugly, and it just is the eyesore that nobody wants to look at. So it does stand out. It just makes you want to look away instead of look at it. It's derivative. Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely derivative because freaking it's a derivative of other things that are of other things that are of other things. So it's just like, it's the clone factory. It's basically what they're saying there. Is it drowned out? Yeah, I mean, freaking Wukong is freaking the biggest game going on right now with 2.2 million concurrent players, and this game barely scratched the surface of coming close to even having a filling shoebox. So, I mean, yeah, this game was absolutely crushed. Alright, so that was Forbes' commentary on it. I mean, there's a little bit of fake newsing going on in there. So let's see. Lack of differentiation. What is this, an AI summary? Liam Dean said that the Steam numbers are so bad that even without the exact data on the PS5 side, we could be pretty much certain that the game is doing very badly. Yeah, they refunded everyone. That's how bad it's doing. Sony came out and was like, freaking everyone's getting a refund, and Sony does not give out refunds. They do not like refunds, and they will curse their name if you even say the word refund in their presence. Ask the amazing Lucas. They freaking bent him over the table when he asked for a refund. Matt Piscatella said Concord ranked 147th in the PS5 daily active users across all titles. Yeah, that's terrible. Simon Careless said estimated total sales around 10,000 units on Steam and 15,000 on PlayStation. Yeah, the friggin' Wukong sold like 10 million. Yeah, maybe even 20 million. So it's like, yeah, they're not even touching that level of popularity. Lessons learned according to the Google machine here is saying effective marketing and promotion. No, they had marketing and promotion. It was just negative marketing and anti-promotion. Freaking, their message was so unpalatable that everyone just vomited when they saw it. I mean, competitive pricing and monetization strategies. They were trying to overcharge for a product that you can get free from other places. So they, freaking any amount of money that they put on this game was already outshined by the competition. So that would be a hard thing for them to do. Differentiation and unique selling points. The selling point of this game was that to appease a certain audience that represented less than 0.01% of the entire population of the entire market. So they freaking constrained the freaking possible pool of people that would buy it to a small minority and pissed everyone off. That was their strategy. Differentiation and unique selling points. Oh, I think I already covered that one. Release timing and avoiding market oversaturation. Yeah, they released. This is when freaking Elden Ring was released. Sony did the big bang plan of trying to put Horizon right next to it, and yeah, they freaking got clouded out by the Game of the Year. They have the most horrendous release schedules because they always release their titles when there's an insanely popular title that is obviously going to dominate them. Building a strong network through effective live service gameplay. Yeah, their freaking game, that was not why it sucked. Their network was extremely tiny. So the entire freaking population that this game could ever appeal to could never ever populate an entire server. So yeah, the server was only populated by people like just gaming journalists and devs. So because that's who the game was designed for. So the general public was not part of that. So the general public did not participate. The AI compilation saying in conclusion, Concords failure was all the combination of factors, including poor marketing, high price point. I'd say that's about 80% accurate. So okay, so we have more issues going on here. Games Radar is commenting about the downfall of Redfall and Suicide Squad. Concord's failure must be the nail in the coffin. Well, it's not that this series of failures not going to bring down the entire industry. It's going to take more failures to do that, to create an infrastructural problem, like something that would be a load-bearing problem, because there's other games that people can play that are way more popular, like Wukong. I mean, it's not, those parts of the market will ultimately survive, and then the AAA market will have to adapt, or they're going to have to downsize and terminate all their employees to just even basically survive. But the other participants in the market will absolutely survive, because they'll be they're the alternative and the competition at this point. So what else do we have here? The why Concord was discontinued and it won't be coming back. If they try to bring it back, they'll just lose a bunch of money until they're financially unable to support it, and then it will have to then it will be considered insolvent at that point, because they just won't have the money to prop it up. The Verge said Concord was worse than bad, it was forgettable. No, people are not forgetting this game. It's going to become a legendary bad game, and it's going to become an absolute meme in the industry. When they say bad game, they're going to say, oh, this guy made a Concord. It's going to be the new E.T. of bad games. Concord's failure is going to change the future of PlayStation. Yeah, they're going to have to create a new vision, or otherwise this vision is going to cost them a lot of money, and they're going to have to rely on their hardware sales and their television sales to carry them through, or they're going to have to start closing divisions. Concord, a wonderful failure. Oh, that's a YouTube video. Let's see. Well, Twitter's freaking having. Let's check the Twitter drama right now. See what's going on in this land of nightmare hellscapes. Smash JT says that was Concord bad? Prepare yourself. Concord 2.0 is Sony's next impending gas failure. Yeah, I think his assessment on that is accurate. They're going to have more failures until they become financially insolvent to carry it on. And then they'll just be physically disabled of funding these futures because, it's either that or insolvency. Ollie Barter said, for me, Concord's failure is empirical proof that business people need to get out of game development and stop interfering. Well, Ollie Barter, freaking, if you don't have business people in there, you're just going to become financially insolvent. And you won't be able to fund your projects because freaking nobody will give you money. You have to have those business people there, or otherwise you won't get paid. Unleashed said, calling Concord a failure doesn't mitigate your pain in Xbox. That's fanboy. Next. Let's see. Colonel Otaku Gatekeeper says, gaming journalists absolutely no sense of irony downplaying the failure of Concord. Has lost Sony again. Everything Sony PlayStation stood for since they became a U.S. company is proof that Sony is having a great year. No, they are not having a great year. Nobody's having a great year. There's financial ruin breaking out all over the place. It's insanity, and nobody's gonna have a bad. Nobody's gonna have a good time in this freaking nightmare hellscape. Here's a duality of a fame session played by Permaband. When Concord fails, they're calling out and lecturing people for laughing at its failure. Yet this is the next spot. Next. Paris says, hopefully Concord can be a lesson learned for the gaming industry. No one goes into the project wanting failure. This was a failure waiting to happen. Everyone saw the writing on the wall. The writing was in their own blood from the beginning. Paris. So, I know you're fanboying there, but let's not mitigate that you didn't see this coming. Pio says, Concord is the biggest failure in PlayStation history. The game is going off on September 6th. The refunds are coming, and they're coming strong. So, Twitter is the nightmare hellscape of Concord falling to pieces, and that's how it works. So, if you liked this video, please link, share, and subscribe, and I hope you liked watching my Monster Hunter playthrough. Have a nice day.